So my internet was down, and I was like, okay, well, I'll just kind of chill out here, and I'll either doze off or the internet will come back, and either one will probably happen about the time we start recording. And so, like 20 minutes before recording, as I'm laying there starting to doze off, I noticed the Wi-Fi icon on my phone. I'm like, oh, internet's back.
Time to wake up.
So I'm like re-waking up.
Holy God.
You know, that would probably do it. That would probably wake me up.
Wake up. You need to watch the movie your wife requested 2 years ago.
I know, right? Like, yeah. She's been waiting for this, if she remembers.
I have all of the technology and resources to do the same things that ADT does.
Mm-hmm.
I even have one of those door sensors of my own. I just haven't put it on a door yet. It's sitting right here. I've had it for like a year.
Yeah.
I had like 7 ideas, but you know, when you've only got one, you don't know which idea to go with, and you end up doing none of them.
Right.
But I feel like I'm gonna put it on a door, and when I arm the security system, it's not gonna call the police. It's just gonna blast like Immigrant Song or something when they open the door.
I feel like it needs to be something like creepier.
I don't know. I'm actually like Immigrant Song was taken from one of my friend's posts where he talked about blasting Immigrant Song, and that was his cue to run off, take off his pants, and start furiously masturbating at whoever came in. I
mean, that's what I do when I watch Shrek and they start singing it.
I don't want to reference that song to Shrek. I don't want to. You did a lot right there that I don't need. And what's really funny is like the 4th level of thing that bothered me was the thought of you masturbating to Shrek.
Times were tough, so I sold my soul. And I don't think I'll ever regain control. Devil looked me in the eye, and I looked the other way. What else could I do? I just stood at the doorway, knew I'd rather be drunk with you.
Oh, I'd rather be drunk. This is going a lot of places.
I don't know anybody that masturbates to Shrek that doesn't go a lot of places with that.
Hey, Internet! Highway 47 isn't letting you tell us what to do. We're not. We don't have like preferences except that we think everything is like not cool and stupid, and we smoke in bathrooms. This is Generation X on a 4-drink minimum tonight. I'm Shaggy B, and with me is Dracofunk.
I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
I was trying to think of like, you know, what was cool in the early 90s, like for like high schoolers. And I was like,
honestly, it was like calling everything X.
Yeah, and like Psych and like Doc Martens. I don't know. But also here is Vomit.
I did know where you were going with that, and I was just waiting for it to crash and burn.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, it definitely did.
Well, it's Generation X, which is a X-Men movie. That's what that is. I think
a failed TV pilot.
TV pilot. Okay, cool. This was requested way back when we started the Marvel project by my wife, who said you should watch this, and so I put it on the list. And then it was discovered on the list, and questions were asked, and I don't remember the questions. So we're watching it tonight. I think I did.
Why is this on the list? It doesn't meet the requirements of things on the list. And then we edited the requirements of the list so that we could fulfill your wife's requirement or your wife's request and still not ruin the sanctity of the list.
The list is all.
If you mess with the list, my OCD will start to tick.
If you mess with the list, you get the fist.
Ooh. I'm going to use that line when you guys up the list in the future.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Vomit.
Thank me for it while you're cursing at me. Anyway, we're watching this somehow.
Archive.org.
Archive.org, that's the way. Because it's not airing on TV, because it was a failed pilot. So yeah, it won't be there. But before we worry about that, Dracofunk is probably going to tell us all about this.
I sure am. Generation X came out February 20th, 1996. It has an IMDb rating. Oh, wow. It's went down since we started the list.
Oh, man.
I mean, somebody else watched and rated it.
Oh.
So originally it had an IMDb rating of 4.6, and now it's 4.4.
Well, that doesn't bode well.
It's lower than Howard the Duck.
It does not have a tomatometer score. Or at least it didn't when we originally recorded this. It has an audience score of 24.
I wonder how close this was released to the actual launch of RottenTomatoes.com.
Oh, when did
It's like one of us
2 years early.
2 years early? Okay.
Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes was August 12th, 1998.
Hey,
Okay.
Good news. The audience scores actually went up by 1%.
Ooh.
Wow, somebody hated it on IMDb but liked it on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's odd.
Yeah,
Yeah, normally people just hate.
That's true.
Yeah, the audience scores went from 24% to 25%.
Yeah, I feel like the Rotten Tomatoes scores are usually a little harsher, at least the audience scores. I don't know.
I mean, I've seen it go both ways.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, we're watching this on archive.org. Go to archive.org and search Generation X. And after you sift through the porn, watch this movie. You could download it. I believe I am watching the Og Vorbis version.
I've got an AVI.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I downloaded.
We'll have to see if they line up.
I'm staring right at the file name.
I'm staring at some pixels because it's a VHS rip and the blacks aren't even, and I'm paused on the first frame.
Maybe you should rephrase that.
Oh, I get it.
Maybe you should rephrase that.
I mean, it's the 90s. You can be edgy and still get away with it. And by edgy, I mean, like...
racist?
Yeah. I was going to say, by edgy, I mean bigoted. And then laugh it off.
Oh, yeah, bigoted, because you can also be sexist.
Yeah, and...
like your wife wants us to watch this, the old ball and chain.
Yeah, if they're...
I would divorce her if she didn't have a shotgun to my head.
Oh, wait, 1996. No, she's going to be a CEO. Or a mother. Nothing in between.
Hold on, I have a cat. Like, she's looking to jump on something, and I don't know what.
Yeah, like...
that had me worried.
Like a woman in 1996.
Just looking to jump on some... you know what I mean?
So while he's dealing with a cat, I've got a random aside.
All right.
I was talking to a couple the other day, and I had mentioned that we were watching all of the Marvel movies, and one of them was like, "Oh, you're going to watch the old Captain America movie?" And they both started laughing, and I was like, "Oh, that movie's so horrible." And like, as they got to talking about it, they started talking about the two different old Captain America movies. They didn't know that there was multiple old, horrible Captain America movies.
Awesome.
It's like the one was like, yeah, the one with like the biker helmet and the stupid plexiglass shield, and the other one was like the one where he freaking carjacks a guy. Like, these are two different movies, and the fact that they could go together is also hilarious.
They really could have, like...
I had to explain that one had an unfaithful suit and one had to sew ears in to be faithful to the suit.
Oh, man. You suppose Dracofunk has dislodged his,
I gotta go see if this cat wants out or in.
Oh, my.
Oh, my.
Come on. You want out? Come on.
So, Cats.
Yeah.
The Broadway musical.
Mm-hmm.
Got a movie.
Yes, it did. About 2.5 years ago, right before COVID, I think.
I believe it caused COVID.
Yeah,
the reason COVID existed was because Sony did that movie.
I think you're probably exactly right.
And, I don't care what science says.
Science has been wrong before.
Science has, COVID is only a theory, like gravity.
That's true. Listen, if the Earth were round, then viruses couldn't exist.
Birds aren't real.
That's right.
They disbanded.
Yeah.
Let's start this movie before we
If you stop getting distracted by cats, we're gonna have to find something to talk about.
Let's start this movie before we say something stupid. All right, this is Generation X, and we're starting it together in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Go.
Go. Go.
Lowercase s, capital G, lowercase o.
You made me choke, damn it.
I was so close to saying psych, and then I decided that wasn't worth the gag.
The act of being altered or changed.
Oh man, that is some
illegal genetic condition.
Man, you remember when you got your first Power Mac and it had Helvetica as one of the fonts?
No.
Oh, this guy remembers.
Put a glove over your glove.
Yeah.
You really don't want to touch it.
Better double bag it this time, Steve.
His mutation is one we don't want to discuss. That's the weirdest saw.
Well, that ain't good.
That's a saw they use when they really want it to hurt.
Yeah, really.
That actually checks out if it's an X-Men movie.
We're gonna de-brain this guy.
Okay, I cut through the movie. I didn't know he was in the first scene. Do you recognize the guy that was on the right there?
I've seen him before.
Okay.
I did not, but I might not have been really.
Yeah, you might recognize him a little bit later.
Yeah, he didn't seem.
Mia!
That's his punishment?
You guys want to undutch this place? Is she like train toot woman?
It's got the power of loud. This is actually the origin story of DeAntwoord.
As long as this doesn't turn out to be actually Storm, I won't be angry.
Okay.
What, did you recognize him?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's that guy.
It's that guy?
Yeah.
Ooh, oh, okay. That's a logo.
Oh, God.
5 years later. How about you, Dracofunk? Have you recognized him yet?
Is he like the time traveler on the Next Generation?
Yeah, that guy.
He also is Max Headroom. And it was because I was looking up who he was when I cut through this movie that I realized that those two were the same person. Like, Max Headroom time traveled onto the Enterprise.
Bumper Robinson? There's a kid in this named Bumper?
He's a mutant. Get off his back.
Guess. Like, that's kind of a weird result for name your kid after the first thing you see when they're born.
It was a rough pregnant. It was a rough birth. They had to put her in the safety lane. Quickly, get in the undefined truck. Emotional. Stretch Armstrong goes to Xavier's school for the weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
Jack's shoulder.
Lamp.
Lamp shoulder. Babby boy.
Yes, please go on.
I don't hate him, but I am bothered how he feels like the discount Jim Carrey.
That's a good point.
He's like the store brand Jim Carrey.
Although
Dollar store brand.
Like, it probably, this is 1996, it probably took him doing that to get him the job.
It's fair.
Like, that's probably what they were looking for.
But I mean, he also was Max Headroom, so he's used to this. Like,
True.
I think he was playing Max Headroom before Jim Carrey was famous.
Fair enough. With a buzzsaw, you dolt. And by buzzsaw, I mean, like, milkshake blender.
Oh yeah, in the 90s, people said cha-ching all the time.
Sure did. Oh, yeah?
Video games, guys. At the blacklight bar for teenagers, like this guy.
Yes.
The teenager is.
No, he's the dealer.
Home sucks, freedom rocks. Time to play some video games.
Is that Street Fighter?
No.
Oh, he turned her lips gold. Me.
Yeah. It's those are 3 models. Street Fighter didn't do that. Oh, maybe Street Fighter Alpha, but I don't think Street Fighter Alpha looked like that. Also, it's a Sega product.
So it's probably a Saturn game that they were.
Look, X-Men versus Street Fighter behind him. But they cut off the Street Fighter or Marvel versus X-Men. I'm sorry. Sega.
Yeah, I'll just tell you, man. Fighter? Could be a Virtual Fighter. I don't know. I stopped with my. I only had a Sega up through Genesis, and by up through Genesis, I mean I had a single Genesis only. I had nothing else from Sega, except for several games, which were very good.
Was Virtua Fighter actually a 3D, fully 3D, not a 2.5D?
That could be.
I don't know. Hey, Raz, if you're actually watching this episode, let me know what video game that was.
Sega Fighter Man Deluxe. Sega
oh, hey,
Shonen. Oh, hey. Nightgown.
Is she Professor X?
Yeah, that would definitely explain everything. Don't you shoot fire when you're scared, Mom?
That's no defense. We know this. You have to keep your composure and respond exactly to instructions with cops, and they get to freak out and kill you for no reason. We all know how this works.
Stop making it real.
Yeah. Hi, Irishman.
That's Professor X.
Which one's Professor X?
All of them. Every single person is Professor X.
Yeah, it's a whole generation of Professor X's. A Generation X, if you will.
Okay. I have looked at the cast, and Professor X isn't in this movie.
I don't know if I feel better or worse. I guess he was too busy doing Star Trek at the time.
The mom camera angle.
Yeah, it shouldn't surprise you that the Irish actor is Canadian.
It doesn't surprise me at all.
Scotty, knock it off. We're all confused here.
That's what you're going to do with the cops.
She tried not to be fair.
Boom.
I know how Irish people talk, and it's always with the same intonation. They always start their sentences with this little dilt. I'm going to just keep talking this way because it's all I can think of to do the accent.
I hope the entire commentary is just you doing that.
It's about to be. Hardy. Hardy.
Oh, Jubilee.
I'm really Irish, I promise.
The cartoon.
Hi, fiddly dee potato. I'm really Irish, I promise. Hardy dardy Shamrock.
Hi.
Uniforms are hardly hello. Get a pint and think it over.
Your Irish is becoming more and more Canadian.
That's appropriate.
As is his. Congratulations.
I'm slowly migrating.
Right.
He's gonna start saying, "What's this about?" Eh?
Let's take a ride, hoser, eh? Let's just kill everybody in this movie. Is this TV's Frank? That's
Is this
TV's Frank,
Frank?
isn't it? That is TV's Frank.
Is it TV's Frank?
I think it's TV's Frank.
Is it TV's Frank?
Man, advertising is so like old school.
Yeah, it's like,
Hey, remember when people put up with ads?
I don't remember anything. I've been too busy staring at the TV.
God damn it, I'm gonna look this up.
TV's Frank.
TV's Frank, yeah.
TV's Frank.
Yeah.
Well, he was in 3 episodes of the new Perry Mason as a judge.
he was the wacky judge.
I imagine that he probably didn't act like this, but I didn't watch the show, so I can't answer that.
Mutant brain. Let's don't talk about the mutant brain. Don't tell us all about the mutant brain. The mutant brain. Okay, it's not TV's Frank. Looks an awful lot like him, though. It's got a similar deadpan.
He was Inspector 47 on the Magic School Bus. I feel like it's relevant only to us.
Well, honorary member of the channel now.
Yeah. He'd probably be better at this than us, to be honest.
Eh?
The fuck was that? He's a Security Protocol 412.
Eh?
Maybe his mutant power is that he's slowly emigrating to every country in the world.
The International.
Yes. About a week, he'll be like, yeah, I don't know. Like the joke's obvious, and I'm tired. Ah, good. I'm back at my laboratory. I can take more of my clothes off.
What is she wearing?
Not much.
More than her comic book counterpart.
I mean,
And according to Wikipedia, she joked that her 2B bra, or 23B bra couldn't keep up with the comic version of her character.
oh jeez, 23B.
23B, is that what I said?
You said 23.
Yes.
34B.
34. 23 out of 34 ain't bad. You should look away. Yes. Remember when they said this girl was 15? 15 years old. That's a 1 followed by a 5, which is a... That's the
it's a
number
whole
of
lot of,
years.
like, I don't want to... Okay.
15 years old. Meanwhile, at Hogwarts. Play some football or die.
We're here to ruffle you up because we are other students.
Dow, 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 dow. Dow. Oh, wait. It's the wrong blonde asshole.
And they're wearing too many clothes for that.
Hi, I'm the girl. Never mind that shit. Here comes Mondo.
Mondo is Bumper, or Bumper plays Mondo.
But good.
Sentence that I got to say. Bumper plays Mondo.
Bumper plays Mondo in the heart of America.
It's gonna go for a different song.
Well, go.
Now it's ruined. I can't do it now.
We'll have to wait till Mondo's on screen again. Hey, there he is. But not his bones, which is why it hurt so much earlier.
Ooh. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
I mean, that could still work. You could do like a flying squirrel kind of thing. Hey, it's football.
Oh man, the more we show that, the more expensive it cost.
Yes, everybody jump on him.
That's him using every single country's accent at once.
With the last touch of American right at the end.
We could only afford one set, so we all share a room.
But the whole no, like I don't want to change in front of you is why I'm going to the bathroom. Bye. And look at my legs.
Level 8 invincibility is a scary thought. Somebody had to level the invincibilities.
Yeah, that's true.
And they had to test them. Like, all right, level 6, golf club to the head.
Yeah, right.
Check. Ooh, not check.
What level is just a kick to the nuts? Well, it wouldn't matter for her.
Yeah, so she cleared that one.
That's levels 1 through 5.
50% of the population is invincible level 5.
Telecaster. Boom, ping, bing.
Yeah, 90s, man.
Telecaster. I'm gonna pluck 3 notes this time. I did 2 last time. What if there was somebody in this movie that you didn't immediately hate when you saw them? Oh, no, TV's Frank. He was alright.
TV's Frank.
Let's just pretend he's in this movie. That'll make it better. Like, maybe Dr. Forrest will just interrupt this.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't they say how much muscle mass she gained? I think you should listen to her. Man, just having the most purpleable nurples really is uncomfortable.
A move. Irish people speak with the same intonation in every sentence.
Only TV Irishmen, played by Canadians.
Yes. You're gonna joke about her corset. Yep. God damn it. I'm trying to decide whether this movie is just excessively 90s crude or if everything was actually like this. I'm trying to remember.
I feel like there's a reason why I don't like a lot of 90s TV.
That's kind of the same way I feel about 2000s TV. Like there's some 90s TV that I can deal with. But like, you know, like when it really, really got extreme in the 2000s is when I'm no.
I want you to watch your dreams. Make sure you record them. Plug them in. If your VCR breaks, you can get a new one from the library.
See, 96. VCR is probably about 120. Like a good one. Like the one that I got in 1996 and I still have and it still works.
Better than the one we got from 92 that died last year.
Oh. Actually, the one from 96 did die, but all it did was blow a capacitor and I managed to replace it.
I didn't bother to investigate. Mine just stopped receiving power, and I'm sure it's probably an easy fix. But like, another VCR showed up in my house because of it dying. It was
Nice.
the first one dying, and I'm just like, VCR should die anyway. Wow, man, don't take my word so seriously.
Isn't it wild
that wasn't
how
even the VCR, that was the TV.
Yeah. Isn't it wild how he could like control that?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know why you're attempting to do his terrible accent saying no was hilarious to me. But
Oh, good thing he's got the green lights on the back wall there. Ah, yes. Hacking. Also known as... So you got one of those like Microsoft...
Microsoft
like
1996
ergonomic
props
keyboards.
sets.
That's like a soundboard,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
like an audio soundboard.
Yeah, he's got
Audio
one of
mixer.
those split keyboards in front of him.
Yeah, I mean, like he's got the soundboard there, but
The cheap headset.
Bill.
Nixon team slows down. You get a little dumber every time I talk for some reason.
Piddly toddly Guinness. Have the gruns.
If you can't find your way around the grunts, how do you even expect to get around the school grounds?
No way around the grunge, but I listen to plenty of Nirvana.
Hey, this was like prime Nirvana time.
I wouldn't call it prime. Prime was probably before Kurt. Like,
okay, 2 years.
We're recently post prime. This was like peak Courtney Love, honestly. This might have been the year that she showed up on the VMAs drunk and live. That was pretty fun.
I keep thinking her hair is purple, but it's just the way it was recorded. Don't go into your parents' dreams. Everyone has the dream where they're naked, and if you go into your parents' dreams, you are not ready for what you're going to see.
Does anybody hear me? Is anybody out there?
We're only a third of the way through this.
I expect them to play the impressions that I get halfway through this.
I don't care what he's saying, so I'm going to go to the bathroom. Be right back.
Oh, crap. That means it's important. It's a stethoscope.
It's a lounge chair. This is like almost inhumane level of acting.
It's like everything here just feels like the Riddler from Batman and Robin. And I just realized that that's what they were doing. And I got upset.
Mm-hmm.
I just said Slut on TV in 1996.
That's correct.
Okay.
I what?
So they fucked off to the beach or something?
Not yet.
Okay.
I mean, we got exposition about the villains.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Aw, jeez.
Finally, let's go orgy in Midtown. The coolest vehicle to drive anywhere.
I mean, I think it was probably only like 5 years old at that point. body positivity, man. Or maybe we don't have to watch this part where she's like, there's an awful lot of underage nudity in this movie.
Did the locks on the curtain?
Oh my god. Somebody please kill all of these people.
That's the enemy's goal, I think. Don't do it. Don't go over. Oh. Still don't, but that's not the crew I thought you were approaching.
I mean, goddamn, she does have thighs.
Where they get money from?
They're just not paying for any of this stuff. Just shoplifting and dine and dashing. I eat with hate.
I eat with more hate.
I was just expecting one of them to like pick up a piece of metal and chew on it.
So, where in 1996 do you find this diner with a jukebox playing doo-wop music and guys in varsity jackets hanging out?
I mean,
was that a thing?
Didn't Grease just come back like recently?
I thought that was 97.
Grease is on its way back. I greased up the floor and it's sliding in. That was my best joke. I'm sorry.
It's okay, there's no good here. I'll be goddamn, they're decent guys. Like all football players. Oh, well. We're also losers.
Oh, a banana split.
Oh, I thought they were just going to explode their heads and walk away.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a split keyboard, but it's like it's like inverted.
It's a split.
Oh, that's the one that you... Yeah.
Yeah.
SMTP, bitches.
Yeah, that's a split. Yeah.
I mapped this. See, there's the map.
Nine 210. Finally, I can make my way to the most comfortable room, the sewers.
Hey, mutants like to hang out in the sewers.
Those are,
Teenage mutants?
Those are turtles.
Oh, yeah, teenage... No, I wasn't thinking of that. There is actually
the word
in the
you're looking for
comics,
is...
like, a level of mutants that are, like, even more deformed and they hang out in the sewers.
Is that the torture chair from Next Gen?
Hope so.
So that game was probably Virtua Fighter.
Probably.
Your pedigree?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You were born from
Theoretically, he's
theoretical
going to
physics.
travel to the future and get on stealing stuff from the Enterprise D.
I am the child of Einstein and another Einstein from the other side of a worm. We called it the glory wormhole. It turns you inside out and reverses your gender something. Sorry, it's the 90s. We're not making gender jokes yet. Not like reasonably clever ones. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, good.
You should have gotten to the point a little sooner there, buddy.
We're going to have to watch this whole scene, and they're going to drag it out.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Finally, a mutant with the power to make people fart on command on the hour.
Only on the hour.
Only on the hour.
Weather forecast on the hour. I'm not going to do the fart noise.
You do it with an Irish accent.
I actually forgot what I said because I don't care enough.
Oh, diddly toot.
Oh no, it's okay, never mind. I was worried about that.
Oh no, it's the penetrable log.
Penetrable log?
Just
He made us all fart.
Yeah, call the police. He made us fart on the hour. Dismissed. Everyone go change your underwear.
So he can make suggestions to them, right?
it seems that way.
So why didn't he make a suggestion that they should just like fully endorse him and give him all their support?
Because then they could make it more dramatic later. Oh no, the birds. Alfred Hitchcock has come for his revenge in your dreams.
Hitchcock's Revenge is what those guys had at 10 o'clock.
That is the third worst jumping off of a building green screen I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's in Spanish.
That's weird.
So he's the only one that can read it. Because nobody else speaks Spanish here. Except for maybe the Irishman. It's kind of hard to tell, really, what his native language is. Well,
I do want to lounge in a chair, have strobe lights go off, and just start singing light melodies.
It's the 1812 Overture.
Light melodies.
I mean,
he ain't singing death metal.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, the 1812 Overture was kind of like the death metal of like the...
It's the classics of death metal.
Time, yeah.
It had everything you need. Explosions.
Yeah. That's pretty much it, yeah.
A full marching band.
A choir.
Carol on bells.
Only mutants can see subliminal messages.
You can tell they're a mutant when they don't think Frank Sinatra is God. "15 years old. 15 she is."
There was a human.
There's oh boy. Brain toast.
I feel brain toast.
I've heard the pig brains are pretty good on toast.
Well, okay. Of any of us, I would expect you to be the one to have eaten it, and I don't know why.
I think pig brains are probably past my limit, if I'm honest.
Creeping in the dreams. Man, they sure paid for this scene.
We're paying for it now.
Don't call his hands hot.
I do not like this.
I don't like this either.
Oh, okay. It's that easy to dream suggest. The other stuff was just theatrics. You just walk into their dream and say whatever. Go now. Buy 78 packs of playing cards at Ollie's. Please don't say whatever it is you're saying.
I think he tried to say je ne sais quoi.
I think that's also what he tried to say.
Oh no, he's brain toast. Oh no, he's falling through the wormhole back to his father's.
Oh no. He's gonna end up on the Enterprise.
I don't think I want to think.
Oh, great. He got cyber stranded in cyberspace with his cyber soul.
Oh, jeez. That didn't happen until 1998.
Oh, yeah.
What's he doing?
His best Jim Carrey.
Commercial.
We're
back. Woo.
Want to fall off the ledge together?
No. What'd she just say?
Yep. I don't think this was on TV anymore.
I don't think so either. Are you crazy?
Maybe they were going to put this on TV until like just now in the movie. Then they realized that they're not going to put it on fucking TV.
They're like, the TV deal got canceled. All right, start saying and everything. Is leafination the actual word?
It's the mutant word. You want to
Kosh?
Kosh.
What does that mean?
Kosher.
Oh, okay.
It's got to be kosher. In like a cool, like, hip kid 90s way.
I like the implication that they were both like they were trying to make the concept of being acceptable for cool a hip 90s way. Acceptable for I can't even make the sentence work.
I hate
trying to explain the stupid concept in my head made me dumber.
Is the cinematographer for this movie, do you suppose that like it's the same guy who made like every commercial?
Probably.
Rock and roll clown.
Yeah.
Clown metal. I don't remember festivals having soundtracks like this in the 90s.
I don't remember.
How many festivals did you go to in the 90s?
Well, like,
Smoky pierogies.
like all the local ones more or less every summer. the state fair a couple of times in the 90s. Just go gross though. Is the subplot here the nerd can't get a girlfriend?
Yeah, sure.
Something related to romance, I think, maybe, or something.
Nerd's gonna turn on you. Yeah, you are.
Because I'm a total bitch.
Yeah, because
Fair, I guess.
check out my bitch cardigan that bitches wear. It was knit by a bitch.
It was made from 78 bitches in a bitch factory.
That's right.
They weave together their souls into this bitch cardigan, and now it's possessed with bitchiness. Pure bitchiness. If you wear it at night and say bitch backwards into the mirror 7 times, the queen bitch appears.
It gives you a bitch pantsuit with bitch pads on the shoulders.
That was
What a
more
bitch.
interesting lore than what we've got in this movie. In this father.
Yeah, I hate the music here. Can we walk into a bedroom?
Oh man. If they spin fast enough and his head starts pulling back because of the skin thing.
Carney was going to pay his mortgage that month with that bear or penguin or whatever it was. Which is a fate worse than death, as we all know.
If this 1993 Chevy Suburban is a rockin', what vehicle was this?
I didn't notice.
Okay.
Laser time, I'm gonna shoot lasers out of my eyes, out of my eyes. I see everything now.
I want to go find a guy.
I need to use them.
Popcorn. I'm sorry. And I just got up and left, man.
But,
Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't do this movie anymore. Please stop making this movie here.
You know, in his defense, he looked away and walked away when he knew it was wrong and didn't take advantage of it.
It's not that bothers me.
No, everything else is stupid.
It's
and
that
horrible.
they decided to structure the scene entirely.
Oh, right, 90s. Oh, it's the 90s.
Yeah. I'm really ready to work off some energy. I'm really ready to manifest a turd in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's going to jail. All the people treated equally, except for the ones that are the minority group that will definitely not be treated equally. And then she psychically rips all their heads off.
Yeah. It's almost like you're working with children. Get torqued on beer. I wish I was torqued on beer right now.
Oh no. He's Mondo expelled. That's the best I got, guys. Give me something. I'm Spartacus.
We're going to form our own school.
Blackjack and hookers.
And a bald guy. And decent acting and a script that isn't misogynist.
And
I wouldn't go
without
that far.
Canadian, played by an Irishman.
That is a big ask, yeah.
That was all 6 of our students.
Mm. Loss of the what's? The loss of the highlighter. Hey, my.
Can't blame yourself for the loss of the potatoes.
Bring yourself the loss of the Highlands. The Scots are ruthless. Dawn. And I'm missing a pint. Never hummed.
Spankings for all.
I believe this movie would do it, and that's what bothers me.
I think so too. Oh man, now I have to study. Speaking of study. Yeah, that's another language I know called Spanish. Oh,
Whoa.
oh.
Oh.
What?
What?
The hell?
This is what sex was like in 1996 on TV, by the way. It's a history lesson for everybody who cares.
Remember how the swing came back in the 90s?
Remember how this was a really serious movie about edgy teenagers like 45 seconds ago?
No, but
No?
I do remember that this guy has a dream invading machine. And that made this scene make sense.
That would make it make sense. Okay.
And then the girl running the machine sees his erection and is just like, oh, I'm shutting it off. Was this not part of the plot of Star Trek, the 10th
Nemesis?
one? Nemesis, yeah. The very inappropriate plot of Nemesis.
Yeah, it kind of was.
I thought the whole plot of Nemesis was kind of inappropriate.
Okay, there were different levels of inappropriate. It's okay. Venom was in that movie.
It seems a lot less realistic nowadays that Putin has been in power for like 25 years instead of 5. The 5th dimension of cyber math. Let me tell you my cyber coordinates in cyberspace in the 5th dimension.
Yeah, but what?
If you know what I mean.
Don't say that, please.
Oh. Yeah, a little of both.
Hmm.
cut my cord into pieces. Something plugged up.
Checking Twitter. Don't care here.
And what the something in the we all know that you have needs, buddy.
Honestly, I'd forgotten this movie had a soundtrack until those chords came in.
Well, the same thing happened with that swing tune there.
I didn't even think it was a soundtrack. I'd just seen.
Good Christ.
You know, we've watched worse things.
Yeah, I know.
You know what? At least this plot is a little bit more coherent than Unknown World.
Yeah. I'm not saying there are 0 good points to this movie. I'm saying that there are few.
I'm saying that the 90s. The Incredible Bungee Man. Made of 98% pure bungee. And 2% milk.
I thought it was made from whole milk.
Stretch Armstrong.
I just Stretch Armstrong holding a hammer.
Yeah.
Sneak quietly through the minimum security hallway.
Yeah.
We couldn't afford to pay security guard actors.
Ah, yes, the inconspicuous device.
I really want it to be called that.
Probably give you a headache.
The Inconspicuous Device sounds like a 50s sci-fi movie, and I'm going to look for it.
it's a history of the transistor radio. Ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum. So that guy hasn't been feeding him, and he's been laying in bed for how many days or weeks or years? And
I think it's been like just a few days.
He's just like this energetic. Like, how do you do cocaine while you're disembodied?
Off the back of a credit card.
He's been doing dream cocaine for 17 days straight in the last 3 days.
I've been smoking crack for weeks.
I was Canadian when I started.
Or else I'll store my nuts in your cheeks.
Really, the movie didn't go there for once, and you did.
I mean, when in Rome.
When in Rome in the 90s, store nuts and cheeks?
Sure, man.
And then he just shits himself.
They've already made the fart jokes.
They already made the fart jokes,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
Trying to get on that 90s action. Cash in on that cash cow that was cyber 90s space cyber time. Skin? Put pants on, please. You're 15.
No, Skin. His mutant name is Skin, and the fact that they just started saying it. There's only one man who could know about a dream and want to cut up brains. Clearly.
Trying to physically harvest dreams.
I need to scoop your brains.
Brains.
Breens. Neil Breens. Neil Breens. Neil Breen could make a better movie than this.
The X Factor.
Oh.
Yeah, well, so was Simon Cowell.
The X Factor. We couldn't bring in the X-Men. They're busy in a different property.
Did they actually teach them anything?
No. Oh, god damn it. Not right now.
No.
Put the sunglasses back on.
Nope.
I'm just going to tell everybody now.
There was no... no, okay.
And it just cuts to a Bjork video.
Yeah. That's what the dream world is. Everybody into the fog room. I like how they couldn't afford extra sets, so they had to do this in the climbing room.
It's probably like the Nickelodeon Guts set.
I hope so.
All right. Drill.
Oh man.
Oh no.
It's a lot harder to shave somebody with the lights off, man. I 15. I cannot stress enough.
His accent made it sound like he said potty, and I was entertained.
Potty over here, man.
I have X-ray vision. Also this. He really was going to perform surgery in wizard robes, and I can't stop thinking about that.
Oh no!
Hidey, die.
Ouch.
I hope your wife hears you. Don't worry, I screamed him to Dream Dimension. Oh, never mind. He came back. It's a dream. He's got one really tiny hand now.
What the f did you say?
Kimono boy.
Oh, crap. Must be on the hour.
It's now 11 o'clock. I shall use my powers of
Raising my arms. Don't.
Well, this is the showdown between two actors they asked for.
I just hope he goes bald and becomes Professor Xavier.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna give him the biggest bear hug to death.
I absorbed 20 pounds of dynamite earlier before this fight started. You've got to go in after him.
You know, at least he can give the highest of fives.
That's true. Also, he can give the lowest.
Yes.
The only defense is not being too slow.
Did the soundtrack guy just fall asleep on the keyboard with the vocal thing on?
Yes.
Okay. Guys, it's Magic the Gathering.
Black Lotus.
Do we have to pose to walk in on this scene?
Yes.
Do we? Oh, guys, we're gonna need a teaser
for the next episode.
Yeah, they have to hint that he's going to be around for the rest of the series. It's totally going to catch on because this is going to be a very popular pilot.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
you know, I bet in retrospect he's glad it didn't, because he would have to keep doing this acting.
He played Max Headroom.
Well, true.
Shaggy out of 10.
Oh, 3.
3. How about you, Draco?
2.5.
Hold on, my spreadsheet flipped out for a second there. I'm going to rate it 0.x. I don't want to give it a real score because it's not real. I refuse to admit.
Oh, it's filmed in Canada.
I'm going to go back in time and swap this one's existence with that Fantastic Four film that was never released.
You could try the.
This is the one that didn't come out.
You could try the wormhole that Einstein used.
No, I'm not going to get what I want out of that dimension.
You know, and sadly, neither did Einstein.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
We actually end on that? I thought you guys were going to actually talk about the movie more.
No.
I mean, I suppose we could.
No.
Good night.
Good night.